Hello, everyone. It's me, Mary Escobar, the host of the Purposely Curious podcast. I wanted to get on here and do a bit of a non-conventional episode to end the year that none of us will forget, no matter where we are listening to this from. 2020 brought about a pandemic that we all learned could be possible due to past pandemics. As a nurse, I was always taught that it was a possibility, but if I'm honest, I never thought I'd see it in my lifetime. And that says a lot, as some people see me as a pessimistic personality type because I plan for worst case scenarios. But I plan for losing a job or earthquakes, which are common here in the greater Los Angeles area. But not once did I plan for this pandemic. So here we are. It's December 27th when I'm recording this, so we are nearing a new year. 2021. In 2020, I decided to take the jump into the podcast world after discussing it for years with my friends. I uploaded my first episode on February 16th with Leonie as my guest regarding horror culture, something Leonie specializes in. The goal of this podcast was for me to interview all my friends or anyone who I was curious about. And when COVID hit, I must admit, I was a bit discouraged. Leonie saw this and told me he didn't want me to get cold and offered to do episodes of certain subjects that we are intrigued about as we waited to see where this pandemic took us. Leonie literally saved this podcast. So now I have done 42 episodes where I have interviewed amazing everyday people and have covered subjects such as UFOs, Nikola Tesla, the Free Britney movement, rock nostalgia, the curse of Oak Island, and so on. I have been doing it as a hobby, and during this pandemic, it has made me grow a lot. I learned how to edit my own audio. I do my own artwork. I've met so many listeners online who write to me directly when a subject resonates with them. I listen to listener suggestions as well. And I have watched my little podcast grow with a steady following. Now, I don't have Joe Rogan numbers, but I'm steadily growing. As my audience grew, I could see where many of my followers were listening from, all these countries. I thought to myself, wow, people find my crazy ass somewhat interesting because I'm all over the place. I'm not doing this podcast to get famous or for people to like me because honestly, that's just not who I am. I don't expect my friends to listen either. But as a, avid podcast listener myself, I know that there might be someone out there who might enjoy my crazy ass and the array of subjects I love to follow. 2020 was a roller coaster year for me. I have felt a lot of emotions, and after my trip to Joshua Tree, I decided to let go of things that were bringing me down and picked up positive thinking, positive affirmations, and meditation to help me grow and cope with life's curveballs and quite honestly, this fucking pandemic. The last month, I've cried several times after trying to be strong for patients and their loved ones. COVID just hits different. No schooling could have prepared us for the fatigue, the burnout, the depression, that anxiety that this pandemic has added to our daily lives and daily struggles. So, I decided to be there for those who need my support as I have needed myself as well. I have vowed to continue the podcast if it brings joy to someone, one person, whether they are in India or here in the US. I hope to distract you from your hardships. Like, for example, if you're having a bad day, maybe I can make you laugh, or maybe I can make you think about why you may disagree with me. But I want to be there through this podcast if it helps you in any way possible. Know that I started this podcast for me, but now I'm continuing it for you, the listener, that tunes in to see what subject I decide to talk about. Thank you so much for making me see that I'm perfect just the way that I am. And that I may not be everybody's cup of tea, but you dig what I have to say. So thank you to the listeners. I look forward to another year with you all. I really do, as we grow together. So, love you guys. Happy New Year. Stay safe. And we're going to do more. Next year, we're going to be positive. We're going to learn together and reach out if you need to, because I'm here. So, see you next time. Bye.